Hello students, in the previous video, we solved the sums based on mean, mode and median. Today, we are going to interpret the bar graph and represent the bar graph. So let's interpret and represent the bar graph. Question number 1. Use the bar graph to answer the following questions. Students, as we know that in order to answer the given questions, we have to observe the bar graph and we have to read the questions very carefully, understand it, and then we have to solve the given questions. So now, let us read the questions and answer the given question. Question A. Which is the most popular pet? The bar representing cat is the tallest. So, cats are the most popular pet. Now, question B. How many students have dog as a pet? By looking at the bar graph, it is clear that 8 students have dog as a pet. Now, question number 2. Read the bar graph which shows the number of books sold by a shopkeeper during 5 consecutive years and answer the following questions. Question number 1. About how many books were sold in 1989, 1990, 1992? Students, look at the bar of the year 1989. The bar does not touch the mark 100 or 200. It lies between 100 and 200. Even the bar does not touch 150. The bar touches the mark more than 150 but less than 200. So, we have to assume that 175 books were sold in the year 1989. Students, now look at the bar of the year 1990. The bar is between 400 and 500, but it touches the mark more than 450 but less than 500. So we have to assume that 475 books were sold in the year 1990. Students, now look at the bar of the year 1992 carefully. It lies between 200 and 300, but it touches the mark less than 250, but more than 200. So, we have to assume that 225 books were sold in the year 1992. Now, sum number 2. In which year about 475 books sold? Students, look at the bars again. In the year 1989, only 175 books were sold. In the year 1990, 475 books were sold. Thus, we can say that about 475 books were sold in the year 1990. Now, sum number 3. In which year were fewer than 250 books sold. Students, try to understand this question. In this question, we have to write the year or years in which number of books less than 250 were sold. Students, we came to know that in the year 1989, 175 books were sold, and in the year 1992, 225 books were sold. So we can say that years 1989 and 1992, fewer than 250 books were sold. Now, let us write the answer of the given question. Sum number 1. About how many books were sold in 1989, 1990 and 1992? By observing bar graph, it is clear that in the year 1989, 175 books were sold. In 1990, 475 books were sold. In 1992, 225 books were sold. Now, question number 2. In which year were about 475 books sold? About 225 books sold. From the graph, we can conclude that 475 books were sold in the year 1990 and 225 books were sold in the year 1992. Now, question number 3. In which years were fewer than 250 books sold? By looking at the graph, it is clear that in the years 1989 and 1992, the number of books sold were less than 250. Now, question number 4. Can you explain how would you estimate the number of books sold in 1989? From the graph, we can conclude that the number of books sold in the year 1989 is about 1 centimeter and 3/4 part of 1 centimeter. We know that the scale is taken as 1 centimeter equals to 100 books. Therefore, 100 plus 3/4 into 100 equals to 100 plus 75 equals to 175. So, about 175 books were sold in the year 1989. Now, let us solve question number 3. Number of animals in 6 different villages are given below. Represent the data on a bar graph. Students, in this question, we have to represent the given data on a bar graph and we have to answer all the given questions. Students, we know that in order to represent the data on a bar graph, first of all, we have to draw the perpendicular lines, that is horizontal line, that is x-axis, and vertical line, that is y-axis. Then we have to determine the appropriate scale and write the quantitative and qualitative information. Students, So, let us solve question number 3. Solution 3. Let us first draw the horizontal line, that is x-axis, vertical line, that is y-axis. Write the determined scale. 1 unit equals to 10 animals. Write the quantitative information. So, in the number of animals along the vertical line and qualitative information. So, in villages along the horizontal line. Now, let us draw the vertical bars for each village. Students, in village A, there are 65 animals. So, let us draw a vertical bar. So, in 65 animals in village A. Students, note that we have drawn the vertical bar for village A between 60 and 70 as 65 comes between 60 and 70. Now, let us draw the vertical bar for village B. In village B, there are 40 animals. So, let us draw the vertical bar touching the mark 40. Now, let us draw the vertical bar for village C touching the mark 30. As there are 30 animals in village C. Now, let us draw the vertical bar for village D touching the mark 50. Now, let us draw the bar for village E touching the mark 20. And let us draw the bar for village F touching the mark 70. As there are 70 animals in village F. Now, let us solve the given questions. Question A. How would you choose a scale? I determined a scale. 1 unit equals to 10 animals. Now, question B. Which village has the maximum number of animals and the minimum? Village F has the maximum number of animals. As in village F, there are 70 animals, which is the highest in number. And village E has the minimum number of animals, as it has only 20 animals, which is least or lowest in number.